Hey everyone, Mr. VanNoord coming to you live Friday morning, December 4, going through today's assignment. Continue to talk culture today. Today we are getting into the possessions of the people that live in these different parts of Latin America. We're going to talk about the music that they're listening to and making. We're talking about the clothing that you would see if you visited this place. We're talking about the festivals and traditions, parades, holidays, things that you would see celebrated in these different parts of the region. Based off of that, you're going to be doing some information and filling in some stuff as you go through each of the different countries. Okay, the countries that you're going to go through are down here, and the links to those countries are down here. What it's going to look like, and I'll just click on the Mexico one first. Okay, it is going to give you a bunch of different possessions, or what we call artifacts, from that country's culture. And what I mean by artifacts, okay, the possessions and the things that you're going to see used there every day. If someone were to talk about like your artifacts and your possessions 100 years from now, 200 years from now, I'm guessing they're probably going to talk about like your gaming systems. They might talk about Fortnite, the games you played on those gaming systems. They might talk about your cell phone and how that works. They might talk about tablets. They might talk about social media, the instruments you play and the look of those. They might talk about the sports you play and the equipment you use for those. Those would all be considered artifacts or your possessions that people would study and try to get a better feel for in terms of what they think you felt to be the most important about your day-to-day operations. So we're going to look at Mexico, we're going to look at Cuba, Guatemala, Argentina, Central America, all these different places and the artifacts and the things that you would see popping up in their lifestyles. You're going to write an answer and write a write-up on the Google Doc. If I go to the Google Doc here, it says use the links from Google Classroom assignment to open virtual trunks filled with artifacts from each of the following countries. Again, we're going to look at those possessions. We're going to look at their culture in those trunks. Search through the artifacts until you find one that's huge, one that catches your eye. So in Mexico, I'm only going to pick one of these things to use and kind of break down. All right, only one. You don't have to do all of them. Only one. It gives you a quick write-up of some information on what that thing is and what it's about in English. It also gives the Spanish, considering the culture and the language that gets spoken in that part of the world. But that's what you're doing with the links. Okay, if I go back, determine which of the following categories that artifact fits into, and then explain why you think it fits there. Each category should have one artifact and explanation from each country or region. So I got my countries and my regions down here on the left-hand side. Across the top, I have the categories: everyday dress, celebratory events, traditions, holidays, music, the type of music they're making or listening to, and then some culture symbols that kind of stand as a trademark for who those people are and what they're about. Okay. So for me, if I started out with Mexico, the one that caught my eye was the piñata. I read up on the piñata. I found out that piñatas were used at celebratory events, continue to be used at celebratory events today. Festivals, birthdays, quinceañeras, fiestas, where there's food and partying and fun. So I put that right there. I'm done with Mexico. I don't have to come up with everyday dress. I don't have to come up with music. I'm going to go to Cuba and the Caribbean now. Click on where that one is. And then I'm going to look through here at their trunk of artifacts. This is the one when I was looking through that caught my eye. It's talking about maracas and how they're a simple percussion instrument, usually played with pairs or consisting of a dried gourd shell filled with pebbles, seeds, yada, 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 beans. Okay. That caught my eye. I got to ask myself, where would this one fit on the category list? Okay, maracas. I know they are used to make music. I would give my reasoning as to why I put it there. Then I would go down to the Mayan people. What categories do I have left? I got to look for some everyday dress, some culture symbols. I would fill those in. There's going to be one artifact that will go twice on one of these categories because there's 5 here and 4 here. As always, good luck with it. Try your best. If you do have questions, reach out to me, email me. Make sure you hit turn in. Shouldn't take you real long. Let me know. Thanks.